I'm delighted to be joined by Mary today, and she's head of photography at Long Road Sixth Form College. They have an excellent photography section at the college there, and and the reason why we've managed to put this meeting together is last week Mary and I met up when one of her students, Dan, won the Young Photographers competition with the Rotary Club. Let's talk about Dan's picture first, I think, Mary. So it was this wonderful picture of a puffin. I'm not quite sure where he was able to take that picture, but maybe you can give us a little bit more information.
Yes, it was. He's been a student and photographer who's been so keen on wildlife photography over the years. I remember meeting him several years ago at the Cambridge Camera Club competition. He won with a beautiful photograph he did of the kingfisher. It's something he's continued through the years, and he did it during the holidays. He was on a boat and he was just really lucky to get that shot of the puffin landing.
Yeah.
And a really keen student. He's set up his own business, his own studio that he's doing really well with.
Excellent. No, it's great to hear young people who are not only interested in photography, but also seeing the business aspect of being a photographer as well. So that's really promising to hear someone like Dan coming up and through the ranks, as they say.
Yes, it's great.
And I'm sure you've got many other students who have the ability as well, and over the years, not just currently. So.
We were just saying how pleased we are that students are kind of making connections with the local community through the competitions, through work experience. It's really good to kind of see that grow over the years. So we're talking about the first years and their keen interests, first and second years, in film photography. So we teach them in the first year those skills, film photography, darkroom skills, as well as digital cameras and Photoshop skills as well. And I was just saying, we also teach them, really importantly, the really sort of way of sequencing their work. It's something that's really become popular and really useful in this sort of contemporary market.
Yes.
Being able to put two photographs together that work. So that's one of the skills we teach in the first year. And then in the second year, a lot of them go on and produce, again, this sort of the idea of a published book. So we've got a student who's here kind of taken that on board, and beautiful sequencing, beautiful kind of consideration of the page layout, and there's a lovely finish image there. So we're really proud of this aspect of the student. So this is a second year's work.
Yeah.
And he's looking at the whole kind of theme of dark and light, and it's something we want them all to do. And we publish these little books, these little zines that we show as part of the exhibition. So the strength of the students and the work is their individuality, what they're interested in. So there's somebody interested in nature, doing trees there. This student had a fantastic project on dogs in Cambridge, absolutely beautiful. And she went on to do a beautiful book like the one I just showed you. We have quite a few.
I know a few of those locations as well. So
yeah,
I don't see my dog in there, unfortunately.
Oh, I don't know. You'd have to see the full book.
Yeah,
it's a really nice variety.
Yeah.
So working in documentary, and then as I said, again a more documentary one, entirely done on a film. A student playing around with different types of film and different cameras. So this one was using a holder camera, student using. So that's really kind of exciting that they're using those techniques, the old techniques, and scanning them into the contemporary digital forms.
That's brilliant. Obviously, over the last year, teaching must have been very different. How have you come or got across a new range of teaching methods
Yes, a big challenge, but I think for us as teachers and for the students, those limitations have kind of led to new creativity, which is really kind of exciting. So we've been able to cover the things, you know, the PowerPoint, this is how you do this. And then we've also been able to kind of say, okay, you wanted to do fashion, what can you do? What can you do where you are with those limits? So they've been very creative with that. Maybe photographing younger siblings or items of clothes. So really having to kind of think through that. So in a way, those skills, which usually take a bit longer to build, they've built early on, which is really exciting.
So that's obviously
yes, and then
goods come out of that.
Yeah, something's good comes out of it, and the independent skills. So they're now just really enjoying the practical skills, using different cameras in the darkroom and the studio as well. So that's kind of changed the way we've kind of presented the course, but it's all there still.
And obviously in the shop here, we see all these young people getting so excited by film photography. What do you think has brought them back from a digital world back into the you know it's like the vinyl on records, and now we're back to film on cameras?
It's a really interesting question. And they're so brave. They're so brave to take these films that they don't know will work, and to make these amazing photos. I don't think at their age I was. Well, maybe I was. I think as youth they are that brave, and I think they like the uniqueness of it.
Yeah.
They like the fact the skill, because they have to sort of work really hard to get this, and the little bit of element of the unknown. They take it, they can't see it until later, and then they have to work into it.
Yeah.
So
no,
I think
it's a sign of a true photographer if they can get it right.
Yeah, and they, I mean, we work very hard to provide a good experience, so that the cameras are good working order, that we help them with the loading, etc. So I think that helps as well. We help to make them successful with the.
And of course, you can always let them know they can pop in and see us as well. We can help with that.
Exactly.
So, Mary, it's a long time since I've been in the education system. So I was just wondering how easy it is to sign up for photography at Long Road.
We're very popular, which is really pleasing. And it's part of one of 3 A levels that students can choose. And they will come along. I think they've applied now. We've got the new year coming in. And roughly every year we have about 200 students, first and second year. So we like to meet the students and sort of see some of their initial photographs. But it's very important we give them summer work that they do, which is preparation for when they come in. So we're kind of engaging with them through that. So we want enthusiasm. We don't need previous knowledge. Especially, but we like
GCSE photography doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter at all. Students come at, as I said, different places. You have students who are kind of starting their own businesses, some who have never kind of picked up a camera, DSLR or an SLR before, and that's part of the kind of range. Yeah.
Wonderful, Mary. I'm going to let this be an open question now. Is there something I should be asking that I haven't asked that you would like to tell us while you've got the chance?
Sorry, what's the?
I'm excited to be talking to you, but I haven't got the next question lined up. So, is there something I should be asking you that you would like to tell people?
Let me think. Well, I think it's really exciting to talk about the film aspect, and also about the kind of the work with the sequencing and the books. I think is really kind of exciting as well, which our students are. I'm so proud of what they do, the creative and the skill in that. So I'm kind of looking for an opportunity to show that.
Is there a Long Road exhibition at any time coming?
That unfortunately has been put aside this year.
Yeah.
But last year we did an online slideshow of the second year work, so we're hoping to do that again once the results have been declared, and that's really exciting. I mean, the exhibitions are wonderful. I really kind of enjoy those, seeing the second year's work shown.
I'm loving all the virtual stuff at the moment, but I'm sure you're looking forward to having a physical event sometime soon.
That's right. There's nothing like it to see that. And we put on the students' work in the little zines as well, so you get to see the coursework.
Perfect. Well, I'm delighted to say that we're hoping to build a stronger relationship with Campkins and the Long Road photography section. So, and maybe we'll find a way of getting you involved in our photography show later on in the year, which will be brilliant.
That sounds really exciting. We'd really appreciate that chance.
Students too involved. So it should be an exciting year all round. So fresh batch of students in September, and the first year's moving into the second year. That's
right. A really good, strong group of students moving in. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
See what they come up with.
Brilliant. I'm sure if you've got any questions for Mary, I'm sure you can contact her at Long Road, or I'm happy to pass on any messages to her as well. So hope you've enjoyed our little chat today. Thank you very much for joining me, Mary. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me, Owen.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you again soon.